Madalang ka na makakita ng smartphone na nasa 5,000 peso na price range na matino-tino ang kanyang specs dahil sa nagtataasan ng mga price sa mga smartphone, dahil sa shortages ng mga chip, shortages din ng mga RAMs, and shortages din ng production. Pati ang pagtaas ng dollar is also a consideration kung bakit nagtataas ang mga presyo. Now, I have here is not really too much of a new product, but rather something na pwede ko i-recommend sa inyo despite nagtataas ang mga smartphones. This one is still considerable at a 5,000 plus peso na price range. This is the Infinix Smart 20. So pag-usapan natin kung ba't ko nga ba nasabi na okay pa rin siya at this price point right after this quick intro. Now, very simple lang kanyang box. So you can see Smart 20, naka-print, black box, and well, you see the phone itself. Color orange ang kanyang hero color. Alam nyo na kung bakit favorite color ng lahat ng tao ngayon ng color orange. Now, all of the specs na gusto mong basahin, nandito lang naka-print dito sa likod. Pwede mo i-pause kung gusto mong basahin. Now, normally, pag budget ang smartphone, sa gilid ang pagbukas ng phone. Well, hindi phone, ng box. And eto na. Color black ang nakuha natin, hindi color orange. And here are the other things inside. We have a 10 watts na charging brick. 10 watts. Yes, you heard it right. Meron din siyang charging cable. Dito ang kanyang SIM ejector pin. Andito ka ng user guide. Warranty card kay Carl Care. 1 year. And how can we forget na meron pa siyang kasamang jelly case? Despite this one being a very budget-friendly. Ngayon guys, may texture pa siya. May rib pa siya dito. Pang dagdag kapit sa inyong kamay. Yung paghawak mo, hindi siya basta-basta dudulas. Not bad, This could have been a plain case na walang kakorte-korte. Pero, may kunting effort. Not bad. Kudos, Infinix. Now, of course, andito na. Hawak na natin ang smartphone na Infinix. So, right now, itong Infinix na Smart 20, ang kanyang 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage, naka-promo siya for roughly 5,700 pesos. And normally, mabibili mo siya, siguro there are times that could even be a little bit lower if you use yung mga links on the description box below that I post, or just simply click yung YouTube shopping link para makamenos pa kayo. There are times na namimigay ng 2,000, 2,200, or 2,500 na voucher coming from my channel to you. Na pag tinignan mo naman itong smartphone na ito, I would say pretty decent. Maganda na magandang itsura, and I wouldn't say na this looks too much of a cheapo na smartphone. Siguro kung hindi ko inalaman ka ng presyo, pwede ko itong pagkamalan siguro sa 10,000 pesos na smartphone. Based sa kanyang looks but ang likod niya is plastic back. We also have a plastic frame. And we also have a glass na front. I'm not quite sure kung ano protection nilagay ni Infinix dito, but I'm pretty sure at the very least meron siyang kunting scratch resistant na kasama. And IP64 dust and water resistant to phone na ito, so meaning you're protected. Kung nabasa siya, na-splash, or naulan ng malakas, okay, kaya niya mag-survive. Just don't dare dunk it sa loob ng tubig. Now, on the flip side, meron pa siyang aux port dito na pwede mong lagyan ng wired na headphones. And yung kanyang SIM slot dito, meron siyang dedicated na micro SD slot. So meaning, kung binili mo is 464, you can always expand with a, micro SD card. And balita ko rin guys, meron din siyang drop resistance of up to 1.5 meters. So kung aksidente nahulog mo bigla itong phone na ito, it should survive. Siguro nasa chest level ang pagbagsak. Pero of course, still, don't try it at home. So if you want the full complete specs ng Infinix Smart 20, ito na. Now, one of the things na I like dito sa phone na ito is that currently it's running XOS 16 inside Android version 16. I'm not quite sure kung ilang years ang major Android update nito, pero feel ko roughly nasa 2 years pang mga ganitong budget phones, no? Pero at the very least, pag bili mo, this is already Android version 16. Para sa kanyang price point, I would say not bad na siya. Now, in terms of multitasking, I wouldn't say na sobra siyang smooth. Pero kung wala ka pa naman na-i-install dito and very minimal, like mga social media pa lang nalalagay mo dito, okay naman siya. Quite smooth naman siya if you're using it. If you're opening just 2-3 apps lang at the same time, okay, 4 gigs of RAM Pero if you're trying to open more apps, I would say medyo mas magiging sluggish na siya. Let's be honest, 4 gigs of RAM cannot get you far pagdating sa multitasking. Pero I would suggest na siguro i-close down mo all of the other apps na hindi mo ginagamit para bumilis-bilis konti ang iyong smartphone. Now, given naman na this is a budget-friendly phone, ano nga ba mga nagawa ko dito? I was able to use social media, opening PDFs, wala akong naging problema. Pero if you're trying to play yung mga AAA games, huwag mo na pag-isipan. Siguro, I would say na if we're trying to play mga ML, kaya pa naman yan tumakbo. Now, speaking of which, this one is being powered by the MediaTek Helio G81 Ultimate. I know, very budget-friendly ang chip, pero nasa tamang presyo siya. Dahil, guess what? G81 Ultimate, ito, nasa 5,000 plus pesos. Pero there is somebody na may G81 din na processor selling at 14,999. So just imagine yung price difference niya given na we all know na nagtataas ang mga presyo. So yung mga future na phones, you might be seeing G81 at somewhere na sa ganong price point. Medyo exaggerated pero let's just face it, it's the reality. Talagang tuloy-tuloy magtataasan ang mga presyo ng mga smartphone. Sad to say. Siguro swerte na lang sa mga nakinig sa akin na nagsabi ako noong November 2025 na bumili na kayo if you have the chance kasi for sure magtataasan this year. And yes, indeed, it's true this year, lahat ng phones, well, apparently, nagtaasan na sila. Now, going back to the topic, itong phone nito was able to score me a 360,000 points sa AnTuTu benchmark. And if you want to see all of the other scores na nakuha natin dito na benchmark, ito na, pakita ko sa inyo. Now, in terms of battery size, nothing special naman dito sa kanya. 5,200 mAh. It's just one of the industry standard lang na you're maintaining at that battery capacity level. And kaya na mag-support up to 15 watts of fast charging. Well, I wouldn't say it's fast, it's just normal charging. Pero ang kasama mong charging brick is just a 10 watts charging brick. You can always use yung mga better na charger from Anker, Ugreen, or even Tranyo na to charge this one at a little faster speed compared sa 10 watts. Now, one of the good side naman dito sa phone nito is matipid naman ng battery. It can last you a whole day without even trying to hit the charging dock. And it can also be used as a power bank. Pang reverse wired charging, 5 watts nga lang. Medyo slow nga lang din. Nang ginamit ko naman siya pang tether to some of my devices, okay naman siya. Kaya naman na magtagal na a whole day without reklamo of coming from me. And nung nirate ko naman to sa PC Mark na battery stress test, it was able to give me 13 hours and 43 minutes na screen on time. Which is for me, not bad. Now, pag-usapan na natin ganyan display. Now, I know that ganyan display, medyo makapal ang kanyang bezel. Of course, this is just a budget-friendly phone. Buti nga, hindi nga teardrop notch. Naka-punch hole na tayo. Unlike iba na nasa ganitong presyo, no? Teardrop notch pa rin sila. So, walang kamatayang teardrop notch. But thanks to Infinix, at that price point, naka-punch hole ka na. Now, ang display nito is quite generous at 6.78-inch na IPS LCD. Now, I wouldn't say na it's one of the nicest display at this price point. Probably, I would say na at this price point, it's not bad na ng ganong quality ang ng display. Kaya na mag-display up to 720p if you're watching mga long format na video sa YouTube. Though one of its weakness is that pag nasa outdoor ka, hindi lang ganong kalinaw if you're trying to read under the direct sunlight. Dahil 700 nits ang ka na maximum brightness. There are times na kailangan mo medyo lumilim. Pag masyadong maliwanag ng araw, medyo mahirapan kang kunti basahin mga naka-display dito sa smartphone. Siguro kailangan mo talaga maglilim ng konti just to be able to read kung pinapauwi ka na ng asawa mo or hinahunting ka na ng boss mo. But nonetheless, pag nagbabrowse ka naman dito on social media like shorts, reels, okay? Wala mo na encounter na problema dito sa kanya. While I'm browsing and okay naman, happy naman ako, satisfied naman ako at its level. And if you're watching naman 720p dito na video on YouTube, I ain't complaining. I would say na pretty much okay at its price point. Just setting yung expectation mo at that level, pretty much okay na siya para sa akin, personally. Just don't expect to get a AMOLED display level na viewing experience dito on this phone, ha? Setting your expectation right. Now, in terms of sound naman, itong phone na ito only has one loud-firing speaker dito sa ibabaw. Actually, na-surprise ka ako, hindi siya sa ilalim, no? Pero sa ilalim, meron siyang audio port dito or aux port para makakagamit ko pa rin ng wired headphones. Pero let's just check, no? Kamusta nga ng sound quality? Is it crappy? Is it okay? Is it normal? Pakinggan natin. Honestly, yung sound niya is just mediocre. Don't expect too much from its sound. Kung magsa-sound tripan ka dito, medyo a little bit tulog lata siya pag sobrang mong sinagad. Pero kung hindi mo naman sa sobrang sinagad, okay lang naman kanyang sound. So, best if you use your wired na headphones or due to the TWS. Now, despite that this one being a Helio G81 Ultimate, pero at the very least though, bibigyan lang natin ng kunting gaming experience dito sa phone na ito. So I did try 2 games naman dito, ML tsaka si PUBG. Pagdating kay ML, well, sinet ko naman siya sa best na kaya nitong phone na ito, nitong chip na ito, and the gameplay was okay. I wouldn't say it's maganda, pero okay, playable, okay naman ka ng touch response, the sound is mediocre, kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, better if you use a Bluetooth TWS para mas magandang yung game experience pagdating sa sounds. Overall, the display is okay, playable naman tong game na ito, but there are times naman may mafe-feel ka konting lags, though wala naman ako nakikita dito sa kanya na FPS counter, so hindi ko alam kung ilang FPS to, pero I guess siguro nasa 60 lang siya. There are times na may mafe-feel ka kunting lags along the way. I'm not quite sure kung dahil sa kanyang processor or dahil sa aking internet connection, but overall gameplay is not so bad. Not the best, pero I would say na it's quite playable naman para sa akin personally. And pinakamainit na inabot ko dito is 39 degrees Celsius. And pagdating sa PUBG, I think ang experience ko naman dito is quite okay. I wouldn't also say it's one of the best the experience na gamit ko dito on this smartphone. But rather, I would say na pretty much playable naman siya. No? Overall, the gameplay, I would say siguro pag nirarank ko siya, I will put it at around mga nasa 6/10. Dahil may mafe-feel ka talaga na frame drop sa kanya, nonetheless. Pero naman ka ng touch response is okay. The sound is quite bad for me. Dahil pagdating sa PUBG, no, I would like to hear mga footstep left and right or mga gunshots kung saan nanggagaling. Kasi this only has one loud firing speaker. So medyo malolos ka do kung saan nanggagaling nga ba talaga yung gunshot. Pagdating sa frame drops, talaga may iwasan. Meron ka talaga mafe-feel na frame drops. And pinakamainit na na-achieve ko dito sa kanya is 41 degrees after an hour of gameplay. Napag-usapan na natin quickly ang kanyang camera. Both front and back nitong phone nito has 8MP na camera. And both also can shoot you up to 2K and 30 FPS. Well, tinry ko naman siyang gamitin and I was quite surprised din on some of the outputs na nakuha ko dito sa smartphone na ito. Now, if you're gauging naman ng mga greens na dito, very natural mga shots ko dito sa kanya on outdoor and surprisingly, not so bad. No, not the best, pero at 5,000 pesos na price range, I wouldn't be complaining if ganitong klase yung mga shots na nakuha ko. There are mostly, mga shots ko dito are decent, more natural tone lang talaga ang kanyang shots. And nung dinala ko naman to sa indoor, to my surprise, most of these food shots na nakuha ko dito are quite looking good and decent. I wasn't really expecting na ganito ang mga food shots na nakuha ko. I would say that it has far exceeded my expectation. I was expecting na a bit grainy, medyo pangit siya sa low light, pero hindi eh. Pero there are some naman na pag sobrang low light, medyo, a bit grainy nga kanyang quality. Pero kung may decent lighting ka, trying to take some food shot, talagang decent ang kanyang camera. I did try to take some product sample shot naman ng mga wine. Okay, not bad, not the best. Pero like sa mga flowers like this one is okay, pretty decent. And even mga sea animals na sa loob ng aquarium, mukhang okay. Pero pagdating naman sa kanya front-facing camera, hindi naman siya sobrang ganda. Pero I would say na pwede na. Not bad on outdoor. Was able to take a few decent snaps naman using this camera. And pagdating naman sa indoor, doon mo makikita na ang soft na ng mga details sa aking mukha. Don't expect too much from this front-facing camera dahil hanggang ganun lang talaga ang kakayahan niya. Now, here's a quick video from the front-facing camera. Infinix Smart 20. Also shooting at 1080p and 30 FPS. Medyo madilim. And here's a quick one from the rear camera. 20. So, right now I'm recording at 1080p and 30 FPS. Ito na yung best resolution. Now guys, ano masasabi ko dito sa Infinix Smart 20 at its price point? Now, given na meron kang ganitong pera, so 5,000 pesos something, makabili ka ng phone na ito like this one, I would say na not bad. Given na lahat ng presyo nagtataasan and there are some other phones, other brands, na selling a G81 at a 14,999 na price point. Now, it's a far cry from this one na sa 5,000 plus with almost the same chipset, G81 Ultimate. Di hamang naman na mas okay bilhin to kaysa yung isa ng binabanggit natin. Hulain na lang kung sino yon. Na kung tatanungin sa akin kung sulit ka ba to at 5,000 pesos price range, I would say, well, nice, get nyo na to kung yun talaga ang budget ninyo, itong Infinix Smart 20. So if you want to know guys kung saan nyo pwede mabili ito phone nito, pop it on the description box below or just simply click the YouTube shopping link. Baka maka-menos pa kayo using mga vouchers from me to you. Of course guys, in-encourage ko kayo to like, subscribe dito sa aking channel so you don't miss out ng mga videos just like this one. Date na, pero okay pa rin, si Infinix Smart 20. So paano yan guys, hanggang dito muna ako and I'll see you on my next video. Peace out. And so, ako para si Richmond and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click nyo dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.